Hey, what's up, everybody? This is Gascally Stamus from Gearworks.com and the E2KG Network podcasting channel on YouTube, and obviously this channel, the Rounding Off Infinity Gaming channel on YouTube, back with another episode of The Artificial Capers. This is episode number 408, the second and final session in a two-episode arc playing Project Cars 2. And welcome aboard to my 10-year mission, year 4, attempting to chronicle the diversity of gaming content available to gamers over a 10-year period from 2015 to 2025 is my plan. Like I said this morning, the Artificial Capers is my sub-branding label that I use to apply to all my Let's Play videos featuring me playing in VR. Now, last night we had a bit of a hiccup in the live stream. It wound up being okay on the YouTube end. It just split it into two video files. Apparently there was a little hiccup or burp somewhere. I don't know if it was locally or on the YouTube end. But flight time this morning is going to be about 30 minutes. Really pressed for time to get this in this morning. Would have liked to have played for 45, but we're just going to do 30. I need to do a few final pre-flight checks in audio and the audio mix. I really probably am just going to let the audio mix be whatever it is today. But I do want to verify that I've got good voiceover commentary coming out in the live stream. I've already verified in-game audio, so like I said, I'm probably not going to futz around too much with the balance this morning, so hopefully it will just come out okay. Alright, so if you're not familiar with the format of the channel for VR live streams, I'm under the visor this morning, and I can't really pay attention to the chat anyway. So chat is disabled. I apologize for that. Not quite centered up here, but I noticed last night that trying to use the Steam recenter doesn't really do a whole heck of a lot of good. In fact, I find it really difficult to even get into this menu. So there are my light sensors there, my base stations. I don't really understand why thing won't get me to Steam. Alright, I guess I'll try using the recenter thing in-game. Oh, seat height's not set correctly. And that's why the camera was actually a little bit off this morning. So if you haven't played Project Cars 2, now this thing doesn't appear to be rendering in full screen, so that's a bit bothersome. That's weird. That's, whoa. It's like some kind of update. Auto select. Ah, thank goodness. Super sampling, that's fine. Recenter view on boot. Absolutely. Recenter view at start of race. Absolutely. These are new options that didn't present before. It's a little weird. Now, like I said, I don't like this for some reason. I'm not in full screen view in the visor for some reason. Where am I going? Silverstone? Yeah, Silverstone. So hopefully this will correct itself once we get into the launch window. Yes, okay, so now I'm full screen. Now it tried to recenter, but One thing I do like is this has got really good controls for, well, I thought it did. It's not letting me recenter seat up, down, left, and right, but frippin' A. Let's cycle my, well, I'm not in the car. Oh boy. So this is not good. World scaling. Okay, so we're not getting off to a rousingly great start this morning. Fripp. Alright. It's one thing I really hate with VR is when I have to get out from underneath the visor to fix something. And like I said, I don't really understand why. So what I gotta do is try and get to... Still haven't figured out why Oculus VR launches every time I go into VR mode. It's really aggravating when I'm not using the Oculus headset. Room setup, display VR view. I just need to recenter. Base stations are fine. Applications. Motion smoothing, use global, custom resolution. Great, really enable camera. Right, let's... So one thing that I've had problems with is in Oculus and even in Windows Media, Windows Mixed Reality, it does go back to frack. No, I don't have time for freaking update them in game. It's so aggravating. Now, it's like I can't get to... I can't get to the Steam menu. Even the Steam, oh no, Shift Tab. Even that doesn't work correctly. I guess what I'm gonna do is there's no recenter view there. I'm amazed there's not just a frippin' reset or this is aggravating. I'm gonna have to actually exit the whole game and go into the Steam VR room. Alright, so from here Yep, I'm in the Steam VR room. I'm not even sure if you guys are seeing this or if you're looking at my desktop. And what Alright, yeah. So I guess that reset it. Like, I don't know what it takes to get into, like, this screen. And I'm not getting the light beam. That's super aggravating. I don't know why it gives me this thing, not in full screen view when I'm in here. Alright, let's see if we can recover this or not. And I am... I think what I'm going to have to do is I'm going to have to relaunch Steam VR. This thing's just completely out of calibration and won't resettle. I don't know of... Alright, so this actually... Well... Yeah, I don't want to risk... I thought there was a way to get into, like, the virtual desktop. Like, I don't even know how to bring up that... Nope, I don't want that. Nope, none of those are what I need. This is rough morning. Alright, so maybe after resetting the seated position, this thing is finally working. Right now, this is only moderately better than Windows Mixed Reality. Really frustrated for the cost associated with an HTC Vive, that it's this janky, getting in and out of the blasted VR settings. Like, I can't, for some reason, I cannot access the VR submenu to reset and recenter the HMD. Okay, so finally. I really wish in-game this thing would really wish you could like hold the thing down and have it just rapidly repeat. Well, live streaming is tough enough as it is, and then on top of that, to throw VR into it does not make for a very smooth thingy. Am I good to go here? So part of the problem is the HUD. Now, what I realized yesterday is cockpit, light, bumper, chase. So this is my, alright, in cockpit view. So my problem is that there's only some of these things that I actually even care about. Where is... I do care about my rear view mirror a little bit. I guess I can kind of put it there. That I don't care so much about. What I need, that's one that I do care about. Okay. I need to get it a little bit away from my face. Alright, that's fine, but now the rear view mirror. Nope, not that. This? Yes. Alright, fine, let's put it there. Wow. Oh, no. Hey, Google. Set an alarm for 9 a.m. 7th. I have not really been able to string together. Well, I guess I've gotten a podium finish or two. But this 5th, 6th, 7th position has kind of been where I've been hanging out through this initial championship. Maybe I'll get some of that Silverstone luck where I'm more familiar with this track. I need to... get off! Really? You're just gonna close down on me like that in the corner? Jerk.
We're expecting some wet weather any minute now.
Great. I'm up into 4th. Now I have raced Silverstone, like a lot of probably big racing gamers. I have raced Silverstone a ton in the 20 years of gaming that I've been doing. So I've been doing more than 20 years of gaming, but 20 years of PC gaming and like big racing sims. 4th is not podium though, so let's see if we can walk this back. Part of the problem in this car class is with all of these cars being exactly the same, it's really difficult to break out. You can really only make up ground by really super aggressively outbraking them in the corners, which these cars just can only do that but so much. One thing that I've noticed in watching the film in comparison to being in the headset is things seem a lot more smooth in what you guys are seeing than what I'm seeing inside the helmet. Most of the time it looks very hectic and it seems like I'm all over the track.
5 minutes remaining.
Yeah, I also don't like this timed format for this series where you're not really racing laps, but where's this guy trying to go? It felt like drafting also doesn't do a whole heck of a lot of good. So it's unfortunate that the live stream got started the way it did. I have not had. Here we go. Could have gotten him. I have not had nearly this much problem with the headset configuration and calibration as I had this morning. Just really, I mean, that being said, I guess it is a little bit better than Windows Mixed Reality. Windows Mixed Reality, when you get into that, down into that hole like I was, you can sometimes just never get out of it. Oh no, sneaky. You can just sometimes never get the thing to recalibrate without going all the way back out to the room setup tool. With racing games, I'm one of two ways. Either I'm really horrible in the wet, or I'm really great in comparison to the AI. Looks like we're making some headway here. There we go. If I can hang on, this could be a podium finish. This would be a nice payback for all the jankiness from this morning. One thing about this racing line in Project Cars 2 is I feel like everybody's trying to conserve tires, maybe, because everybody's probably on softs. You don't necessarily have the best grip in the wet. Now the problem is out in front, I don't have anybody to gate myself by, and that leaves me vulnerable to getting myself in a bad situation. People have really complained about the puddle mechanics in this game, and been looking at some of the forums on Steam and around the web, and there are some people who like really can't stand the rain. No, 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 no. Part of the problem it seemed like I was saying was the race line is, if you only follow the race line where I have it set, where I'm only displaying the cornering assist, you will get yourself caught out, because where it goes to the edges of the cornering profile, you won't see it turn yellow and red fast enough to avoid putting yourself out on the berm in the sand. My plan for this morning had been to get in a 45-minute session. I then crept that back to 30. And now it's going to wind up being 15 because of all the jankiness of trying to get things set. Now, a lot of people would delete or hide this kind of a video, but I'm going to go ahead and leave it up, because one of the big things that I try and do on Rounding Off Infinity is I try and allow for the presentation of the reality of gaming. And this is definitely one of those realities. If you're a PC gamer and you know how you can play a game one night on a PC, it'll go to sleep, and you wake up the next morning and for some reason the game won't boot, or a piece of hardware is not recognized, or you just get some kind of jank. You just have to kind of multiply those potential defects arising when you're dealing with VR. My seat might not be far back enough. "19 seconds remaining. I am out in front. I'm going to walk away to a comfortable victory here, I believe. I was playing some of the manufacturers' factory challenges last night for this vehicle. I only was able to get myself up into 4th position. Is that it?
Fantastic job. You'll never forget this moment. The first race win of your career.
I am glad that I finally got that freaking gaze stuff turned off, though. It's weird to me that I could only turn that off out in the front menu, and that presented entirely different configuration options in VR. Than I normally see in-game. I wouldn't even know how to get back to that. So I am now in 2nd place in the championship. Very nice. Actually tied with Tawia. Everybody's from Britain. Hey Google, what time is it?
It's 8:56.
So I got about 4 minutes left in the live stream. Really frustrating. So the team is actually 2nd in the Constructors' Championships. So I probably got some kudos. And then we get to go to Donington, which is another one of my favorite tracks, and one that I have driven quite frequently. Now, one of the things is, since I'm in VR, I'm not spending time doing the practice rounds, and ooh, that was a little harsh and dropped me into the seat. I feel like I need to back this seat up a little bit. No, backward. Yeah, definitely. If the VR cal is on correctly, I feel like I usually go right until I see that collar there. Alright. It's 8 minutes. Now I feel like I'm a little low. definitely a little low. I don't know why this thing like can't, like why it can't lock in the calibration and just keep it. Now, because we're so tight on time, I just really haven't been doing my due diligence and even checking to make sure that there's not a problem with the live stream itself. So hopefully things are okay. If that has gone bad, then no. I'm gonna block him down here, so we'll be okay. In 6th position. Just trying to go outside. This is what I mean. So in the race line we're showing green, but Blad Nabbit, 7th position. I may not be able to get this done this morning because I'm right on the edge of positioning where I would just restart. And as you can see, with all these cars kind of being the same car, really off the start, I've only been able to claw back like maybe 2 positions in a race outside of the rain conditions. Yeah, and I know I got somebody challenging from behind here too. Like I said, drafting just doesn't seem to really do that much. So I am playing with the Xbox One controller this morning. I try and outbrake these guys, but the problem is that wind up locking the tires up and then not being able to turn in. Yeah, we're gonna have to restart. Hey Google, what time is it? Yeah, we're probably not gonna be able to get this done. And this is unfortunately my last live stream session. I will try and make up some of this lost time in terms of game progress tonight, but I'm gonna have to do that off stream. Get off. A little overly aggressive, but that's because, like I said, I'm really pressed for time. Hey Google, stop the alarm. No! Fripp! I misread that. I thought he was gonna float to the outside of that turn, and I was gonna slip by him on the outside. Where are we? 3rd position? Nope. Where is he? You got 2 on. You got to fight off here. All right, we're okay. Now, I don't know if I have the setup here that I configured last night, or if did a little extreme braking there and then just let the car float through the corner without trying to reapply grip from acceleration, so that worked out okay. Had to be really aggressive on the brakes though. Try and clean that up a bit here going into this corner. Nice, but I couldn't stomp on the gas through the apex there. Just under 6 minutes remaining. We may be able to get this done this morning. Got a guy on. Try to get a peek at my telemetry and see just how close this guy is. He's about 0.6 seconds off, so close the gap a little bit there. He's really putting me under a good amount of pressure. I am catching up the leaders just a tad. Haven't gotten into a really good groove through those chicanes though. Cannot afford to be passed up. I'm barely holding on to a podium finish right now. Nope, push it too hard. No, don't give up that other position. I was really pushing to try and figure out just where I could trail brake enough in that corner to catch up second place. That did not work well. Gotta find something though. Four minutes left.
4 minutes remaining.
Little bit of catch there. Just not finding the slip that I need. Almost. Three minutes left. Having to be super aggressive. Having to over defend too. No! Try and stay on him. You're going to have to outside in him and get this back right away. There we go. Good. All right. That actually allowed me to catch the front leaders just a tad.
Great second sector. That's the best time so far. Nice.
Come on. Lost him a little bit there. I gain a little bit and then I lose it back.
2 minutes remaining.
What I haven't done is I haven't strung together a string of turns where I've just caught them up and made up a big chunk of time. Yeah, it's theirs too, though. Floated it too wide. Oh, no. Now my big problem here is I have to draft him to stay close, which means I got to stay right on his racing line. So when I make the pass,
1 minute to go.
Frep. I mean, I just have to push it so hard. Get that outside in back when he makes that pass. I'm really tensed up in the cockpit here. Just cannot get like a super fast exit out of that chicane. 10 seconds.
Final lap now, mate. We need this third place. Do whatever it takes.
So I guess the way this timer works is the time runs out and then you race through the remainder of whatever lap is in progress. I just cannot put together a formula, a slip inside or outside the racing line that lets me catch these guys up. Well, what may be the help is that they all bunched up. Ah!
Whatever, mate. Push as hard as you can.
Yeah, that was the only thing I could do is try and outbrake them going in that corner, and that did not work. Caused me to overshoot the apex of the turn. Couldn't do it. Couldn't pull it off. Now what I have to do is just make sure that none of these guys think I'm clear from being overtaken in the end here, but I couldn't pull off a podium. Alright, well that's going to do it for me. Unfortunately, I have to rapidly pop out of the live stream to get to work on time. Thanks so much for anybody who happened to join in. Maybe watching me get through the troubleshooting was helpful. Maybe it wasn't. Again, obviously it's not my intent for things to go that way, but sometimes they do, and having video evidence of just kind of some of the things you have to struggle through when gaming on a PC in general, but in VR in particular, is worthwhile, I think. It'll definitely remind me of some of the pains and problems. So, once again, my name has been Gascally Stamos from Gearworks.com and the E2KG Network podcasting channel on YouTube, as well as the Rounding Off Infinity Gaming channel on YouTube. That's going to do it for this arc of the Artificial Capers in VR. I will next be back with, I keep forgetting the name of this game. I think it's called Fell Depth Arbiters, something or other. It's a tactical RPG. That's what I'll be back on with next. Hopefully I can get into that tonight. It all depends on how much time the E3 press conferences take tonight, as E2KG is prepping for our own E3 post-analysis shows starting tomorrow night and then continuing on Thursday. So thanks so much for joining in. That's going to do it for me. Until next time, happy hunting. Take care of yourselves. Stay safe out there. Play the games that you like and stream the games that you love. That's going to do it for me. Good day, good luck, and good gaming.